Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead All-Stars video, and in this video we're going to be going over the 1.5 update which is going to be coming to the game very soon. Should be in the next 24 to 36 hours. It'll be live in game and you'll be able to experience this yourself. But what have we got to look forward to here? We have got some new additions. We've got a newer character, a new game mode, a new way to recruit characters, as well as an expansion to the world stages. We'll just go over each part one at a time, and the first thing we're going to look at is the new system called Headhunt, which is a selective survivor recruit system. So far we've been given this tease image and it says more ways to recruit survivors, Headhunt. Are you looking for someone? Well, you've come to the right place. Just gear us up and we will ransack every corner of the city. It seems to be like this potentially is going to work like one of the trading post systems in terms of being very specific to that area. You may be needing a particular actual piece of equipment or a particular collection item to trade in potentially for those characters, or it could just require gold straight up. It could be a brand new gold recruit system. You can see the radio kind of like on the desk in front of it. It's a very, very scary looking character here. Apparently from the teaser as well, this is a way to get more overseers and warlords, and I do believe from the dev notes in the past it was basically said that they want to give more opportunities for people to get overseer and warlord characters on their roster. So the next thing we're going to just take a little look at is going to be a new game mode coming into All-Stars, which is going to be called Last Man Standing, and it is very much the Last Man Standing will be the winner of effectively a new PvP tournament which you can qualify for through the center of the frontier, and the top players from the center of the frontier will obviously qualify for this, and then you'll go into effectively a knockout round to proceed through. And if you're not participating, you will be able to bet on the winner. You'll be able to bet your canned food, so there will be possible rewards for you as a non-competitor. It's going to have 2 beta seasons first over the course of 2 weeks. They have said that if things don't work out during those beta seasons, they may just restart the beta seasons. This is very much just a test season, and then once everything's ironed out, making sure it's going to work on a grander scale, they'll roll things out as a main season. You can sort of see the details on the screen in terms of how it'll work and how participating players will come in, how the betting system will work. And when it comes to the first season of beta coming in, you'll see that it comes in on the 27th pretty much straight away, and it will last from Tuesday to Saturday. And then the next season will come in and it will start on the Saturday and finish on the Wednesday. This is how all official seasons will also happen going forward. It will be Saturday to Wednesday. The first season is just going to be a little bit different just based on the fact of when the update actually drops. Now once the official seasons start, if you do participate and do well in the actual seasons itself, you will have proof of mastery as a reward. You'll get a border for your profile, so it looks like potentially in the future there could be new borders coming into the game based on different game modes. There could potentially even be future avatars. I like that. The fact that there's skins in the game also obviously opens up the potential for like rare skins based on certain game modes, you know, certain things like that. I really like the potential there. Just a little bit of extra fun on top. But Last Man Standing LMS does actually look like a pretty decent game mode. The fact that it is like a knockout system could potentially be quite a lot of fun to participate in and potentially spectate as well. Now we do have a brand new character coming to the game with the update as well, and it is going to be Annie, and she is going to be of neutral alignment, so she's going to be joining the likes of Kate and Abraham. And we can take a little look at her kit. You can see her ultimate is called Overdose. Throw a pouch containing stimulant powder high up in the air and cause Phoenix to burst it open. The powder spreads in the air to deal 200% attack as damage to all enemies. Enemies stained with the powder receive 60% of Annie's attack as damage every second for 5 seconds after using an ultimate. Annie becomes alerted for 20 seconds, which enhances her current skill. Now if we look over the rest of her skills, her first one is called Paralyzing Plant. Uses a blowgun to deal 190% attack as damage to the nearest enemy and stun them for 2 turns. When she is alerted, it deals the same amount of damage to enemies around a target and stuns them. So the first time she uses this, or at least up until she first does her ultimate, it will just do a single target damage. Afterwards, once she's alerted, she'll be alerted for 20 seconds with her ultimate, and it will do a group AoE and a group stun. This is obviously really powerful once after her first ultimate. Next up is going to be Phoenix. Calls in Phoenix to attack the enemy with the highest attack. Phoenix taunts nearby enemies for 3 seconds, and taunted enemies attack Phoenix using basic attacks. Phoenix has the same attack and defense as Annie and 50% of her HP. Once alerted again via the ultimate, Phoenix deals 90% attack as damage to the nearest enemy. So initially it's not going to be an attack, it's just going to be a taunt, so it can probably be compared to like Eugene, how he pulls up those like traps in the background. If this pet works the same way as like Shiva or even those things that Eugene pulls up, it should be able to gain shield, it should be able to be healed by like AoE heals, so the likes of Shane and stuff like that should work there. Now Annie's last skill is called Phytotherapy. Throws a bottle of herbs to the comrade with the lowest HP, restoring HP by an amount equal to 70% attack every second for 8 seconds, and reducing their damage taken by 20% for the duration. I would say this character seems quite a lot like a neutral version of Eugene, who I think is very underrated. I think he's a great character. I use him quite a lot, but I do miss out on alignment bonuses when I do, because I use him with neutral characters. So Annie seems to be filling that slot and should be pretty useful. I'm definitely going to be trying to get my hands on at least one version of this character, hopefully 2, maybe 4, we'll see, as I have saved up quite a lot of pulls and gold for when she is released. If you have any thoughts on this character in particular, please leave them down below. And we'll move on to the last piece of information when it comes to this update. So we've got the last pieces of information here, and one of them is that there's going to be a new world stage unlock. It'll be chapter 33, and that should be quite, self-evident in terms of what that's going to do. It could potentially unlock new things in the actual auto search. We'll have to wait and see there. There's also going to be a new event added in terms of a bingo event. We did have one when the game first launched, where you could get Abraham as one of the choice characters, and basically the way it'll work is it'll be like a cross hatch of different things you have to do. If you do the vertical line, you'll get the reward at the bottom. If you do the horizontal line, you'll get the reward on the right hand side. And then if you do everything, you'll get the overall reward. Kind of what we had on that initial event at the beginning of the game. There is going to be a revamp to the 7-day login event. Maybe there's going to be a new one or a revamp to the initial one. A daily login reward event. So it looks like there's going to be a 14-day growth event that's going to come in with this update as well. And there's going to be a new warehouse clearance event, whether these are going to launch with the update or periodically afterwards, or the potential for these just to be different types of events where you flip matching pairs of cards. And this is quite an old school game that I used to play as a kid, and where you flip one card and you try and find the other card that's the same, and you will potentially get that reward. We'll have to wait and see when these launch to see what these are going to be like. But that's it for the update preview, guys. I will most likely be streaming on the day of the update, so I'll be going over stuff live on a live stream. Maybe I'll have a video out before that with some of my lucky pulls, hopefully, fingers crossed, lucky pulls for when Annie comes out. We'll have to wait and see, guys. Stay tuned to the channel. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. Hit that button, subscribe to the channel for more content going forward on The Walking Dead All-Stars. I do appreciate you tuning into this video, guys, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.